welcome to P24 News Media channel. To reflect the importance of our vibrant multicultural communities, the Victorian Liberal Party hosted a Multicultural Media Conference on Wednesday at Parliament House, Melbourne. The event welcomed media representatives from diverse backgrounds to hear firsthand the party's position on key issues affecting Victoria. Attendants had the opportunity to engage with Victorian opposition leader Brad Batten, opposition leader and Shadow Minister for Small and Medium Business, Evan Mulholland, Deputy Leader of the Opposition in the Legislative Council, Sam Groth, Deputy Leader of the Liberal Party and Shadow Special Minister for State, and David Davis, Leader of the Liberal Party in Legislative Council during an evening of open dialogue, shared ideas and community connection. Now let's take a look at this exclusive media report from this press conference.
Here tonight. It's such an important night, and I want to pass on my thanks to Peter from Brad's office for putting it together, but also, of course, Brad, Sam, Renee, David, but particularly all of you for being here. We know in the Liberals and Nationals how important our multicultural communities are, and I was fairly stoked when Brad asked me to become the Multicultural Affairs Minister. I don't think my wife was.
Has huge Hindu community. You currently can't teach Hindu in a school setting. And what I'm advocating for, and the government's take a look at, is that where we have those opportunities, and when you have most of the teachers that are from that community, can we offer that language in the Victorian curriculum so that those students are learning and passing on those languages going forward? Another thing, particularly with education as well, is we're going to be forward when it comes to education. We want to, and I guess this is the main difference between the Liberal Party and the Labor Party, we want to lift everyone up to the highest level as possible and want to reward those achievements. Some of the biggest victories, I had a school just at the top of my electorate at Deewan International School that closed in 2022, and most of those families that went there were Indian community members who wanted an international baccalaureate school. And you look at the fact that New South Wales has about 25 elementary schools. We've got about 4. We're falling behind when it comes to opportunities in elementary schools, but also half education schools as well. So lift everyone up to that standard. And I know how important language and education is for our multicultural communities. And I'm certainly doing the work with our shadow education minister, Jess Wilson, in this space, but also looking at how we can provide the best education going forward.
All of a sudden you have to pay an extra $1,000 or $2,000 to give your child an education. And I know personally, out in the growth corridors, we've got many people from different backgrounds where education in their communities is paramount. And they love the choice of sending them to one of the private schools. And at the moment you've got religious schools as well. They are mostly exempt because they're under the threshold. Because the threshold's not indexed, over time each and every one of those private schools will have a new tax, and each and every parent who already worked 2 jobs to put their kids through these education systems will then have to pay more, and that is simply unfair. I'm going to hand over to Sam Groth. As I said, just so we do know, David Davis has just joined us back as well. I was very kind to you before, David. I spoke about the gas here in Victoria and how important it was. And please feel free to ask David some questions about that, because we know that it's vital to Victorians' affordable energy and our energy supply. Handing over to Sam Groth, our Deputy Leader.
Thank you, Brad. Great that you were able to come in. And thank you to all of the multicultural media agencies that are here tonight. As Brad said, we know how important our multicultural community is to Victoria, to the fabric of Victoria, to what makes Melbourne especially so special. And you're all the voice that is going to help us amplify our voice to those communities. As Brad mentioned, I have sport, events, hospitality, but also tourism as my portfolios. Tourism, when it comes to our multicultural communities, the family and friends visitors from overseas to Melbourne now make up one of, if not the largest cohort of international visitors back to Victoria now. So we know how important it is to make sure we're connecting with your communities, but your communities also feel safe to bring their family, their friends, people from their homelands to visit Melbourne and show them just how special our city is. We also know, and I've been lucky enough, whether it's attending the Blessing of the Waters and Greek Festival down at Rye in my own electorate, or attending the Nepali Festival with Evan at Fed Square, and I think about 45-degree heat recently, just how well our multicultural communities do events. When people think about Melbourne, we think about our major events, and we think about sport, we think about the MCG, the Tennis Centre, the AFL. But I tell you what, you haven't experienced a Victorian or a Melbourne event until you have gone to one of our multicultural events here in this state. So I'll continue to try and engage with every one of your communities and the communities you speak to across my portfolio mix, while supporting Brad becoming the next Premier of Victoria in just over 18 months' time. But I just want to say thank you very much for making the effort to come tonight. As I said, you will help amplify our voice to those communities over the coming 18 months. And this is a genuine attempt for us to be able to engage with you in a genuine...
Regarding your immigration policy, this is what I noticed from so many years, that Australian government is always keep on changing their immigration policies. Due to that, like lots of students every year, their pathways are not clear, and that's why they are in a wrong pathway, and they are not, this one is not affecting their career, but Australian economy as well. So do you have very strict plans for that?
Yeah, so immigration itself we don't deal with. We'll have plans around working with universities to ensure we can get the students back in here. We used to have a lot more students coming here. The universities want it, the businesses want it, our economy needs it. So I think we just need to ensure, right at the moment, do we have that planning done? No, we're working through it. So we can go to the election and say, this is what we're going to encourage, which gives the opportunities for families to come over here. The rest of it, with the federal issues, they'll engage with us at some stage, I'm sure, but we'll be talking to them and saying we need to have the importance of family visas to give people the opportunity for families to come over. There's so many options that can make life better for people who have already chosen to live here. And we also know skilled workers, we hear a lot about them. Don't keep doing the skilled workers in the areas that we don't need the skills. Bring over skilled workers where we do need them. Otherwise, they can't get into employment, and the outcomes are actually a negative on the economy. So I think we should have those reviews to ensure it's a proper process to get it.
Thank you.
That's a very left answer.
That's all for now, and stay connected with the world and keep watching P24 News Media channel, your voice, your nation.